Greetings everyone, this is SteamTeamRedubUK, CC Trainor-Ling, here to bring you another episode review from Season 5 of The Loud House. Today's episode is titled, Strife of the Party. First we'll discuss the plot, and then my thoughts and critiques with my final score. So, let's get right into it. The episode begins with Lola planning the birthday party for her and Lana. When Lana mentions how Lola has always been planning their parties since the beginning, the older twin decides she wants to be the one to make the plans this time. Although hesitant, Lola takes Lana to various places for party suggestions the former would like to have, but the latter has her own plans in mind. Lana settles for dumpster items as party favors, a bowl, and a mud cake. Thinking the party is going to be ruined, Lola makes some phone calls, and on the day of the party at Tall Timbers Park, the garbage truck takes away Lana's trash decorations, Flip cancels the plan to bring the bowl because of his flat tires, and the bakery can't bring the cake because of someone tipping off the health inspector. Feeling disappointed, Lana asks Lola if there's anything she can do to save the party. Lola manages to turn the party into her version of what she likes, rather quickly and conveniently. When it gets revealed Lola was responsible for why her sister's party plans got canceled, Lana runs off. Lola then scrambles to get the kind of party supplies Lana would have wanted. She brings Lana back to the newly transformed trash party, and they happily blow out their candles. But not before having them explode. Well, that concludes the plot of the episode, so now we come to my thoughts and critiques. When it comes to episodes starring Lola and Lana together, you can always tell the stark contrast between the two and how consistent their characters have always been, spanning over the course of 4 seasons and now going into 5. Lola is clean and neat, and Lana is messy and untidy, but we already knew that. For Lola, her sabotaging a party for personal gain may be considered cruel, but given past episodes like A Star is Scorned and Community Disservice, it's not beneath Lola to backstab a member of her own family or even a friend like the bratty princess we've come to know. Some will argue, if she wasn't found out by the garbage man or Flip, she would have gotten away with it. Well, I would have to disagree with that. Her guilt would have caught up to her sooner or later, and she would have spilled the beans no matter what, as seen in the 2 episodes I just mentioned. Lana rarely ever goes out of her way to screw over friends and family so she can come out on top, but it has happened before in episodes like Snow Way Out, but that's another story with a bit more to talk about. By individual comparison to Lola, Lana has a greater tendency to do things by the book and not cheat as a way of making it all about her, like we see in episodes such as Wheel and Deal. It's true episodes like Sister Act can shade each twin as doing things for their own benefit and shirk a little responsibility, but at the same time they're looking out for each other, and even episodes like Patching Things Up show how their initial selfishness can bring them a little closer as sisters, if that makes any sense. Anyway, getting back on track, why these two couldn't work together to have a joint princess trash party so everyone could have been satisfied is always plausible, and it could have worked out that way. But I can see why the writers didn't go in that direction, besides it being too obvious with the conventional have your cake and eat it too ending. The point of this episode, at least to me, was to serve as a reminder of how you can't always get what you want. Although redundant for a few seasons, Lola once again learned she can't make everything about herself, and how her prideful actions have direct consequences on the people she cares about. Lana would have never done Lola dirty like that, no pun intended, so we can only assume she went along with all those previous party plans because she didn't want to hurt her sister's feelings, especially on something as important as a birthday. Even their previous birthday pictures showing Lana not as happy as Lola is all the proof one needs to say, it's my turn after all these years. Fair is fair, and that's what we got. Overall, this episode was really good in once again highlighting the kind of characters Lola and Lana are. Their polar opposite personalities played off one another very well, like in their previous dual starring roles, and their different party arrangements based on their character traits were a good setup for what some consider a predictable conflict, but with a happy resolution nonetheless. It was great seeing some quick shots of Melly and Lori making guest appearances, so that's always a plus when we get to see some familiar faces again. Another standout to this episode was how the twins didn't need to confide with Lenny on how to make the party, seeing how their older sister was made into the official party planner back in the episode No Spoilers. It shows they know each other enough to recognize what works for a party and what won't work. If their friends are willing to stay for a princess party or a trash party, they must be doing something right. Besides, I don't think we need another intense debate style episode to put Lenny in the middle of the conflict. Or did we? Nah. With that said, I give Strife of the Party a 9 out of 10. Well, folks, that concludes my review of Strife of the Party. Lola and Lana have some of their good moments when they star individually, but they have some of their greatest moments when they share the spotlight together. So what did you guys think of it? Love it? Hate it? Something you would add? Change? Keep it as it is? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest Loud House content. That's going to do it for me. I'll catch you guys for the next video, but until then, this is SteamTeamRedubUK, CC Trainor-Ling, signing off. Peace out, home slices.